1887, Andrew McNally Estate in Altadena, California. Designed by Fredrick Roehrig in 1887, has been destroyed by the ongoing wildfires ravaging California. The owner of the Andrew McNally Estate, Frank Mayer, reported the destruction in a post stating, "We are thankfully safe, but the McNally house is no longer. 3 years of loving restoration up in flames along with almost everything we own." Updated for modern living with 7,437 square feet of living area, the 25-room, 9-bedroom, 6-bath mansion featured remodeled bathrooms and a fabulous kitchen. There were also spacious public rooms with soaring ceilings, a Turkish room, carved woodwork and paneling, jeweled stained glass, ornate bronze steam radiators and a grand curved staircase to the second floor. If you're enjoying the content, please subscribe to the channel, it really helps and means a lot. McNally was an Irish immigrant who worked as a printer. When he came to the United States, he first worked for the Chicago Tribune when he met William Rand. Together they formed the company that bears their names. The mansion was located on East Mariposa Street at Santa Rosa Avenue. McNally was a booster of the life in Altadena, and convinced friends to move to the area. McNally's friends subsequently built mansions along Mariposa, which soon began to be known locally as Millionaires Row. Facing south, away from the street, the house offered vistas of the Los Angeles Basin, the Pacific Ocean, and Santa Catalina Island. The house had a 3-story rotunda that allowed a view to the San Gabriel Mountains to the north. McNally also built a private rail spur from Altadena Junction to his property to store his private railroad car. The grounds were lavishly landscaped, with an aviary along Mariposa Street. His gardener also looked after the deodar cedars that grew along Santa Rosa Avenue. These trees became Christmas Tree Lane, which is also listed in the National Register. In 1904, McNally caught pneumonia while en route to his Windermere Ranch in La Mirada, California. He died shortly afterward. The gardens and aviary were neglected, and some of the birds escaped. The property was then subdivided. McNally built a 2-story carriage house as his first residence on the east side of his property and planted about 10 acres of terraced land in orange, lemon, and plum trees. He also beautified the parcel with a conservatory and a number of shade and ornamental trees, flower beds, mostly roses, shrubbery, and vine-covered arbors. A vegetable garden provided for the needs of the family with some left over to sell at local markets. Eventually, 2 large concrete plinths, topped by statues of griffins, flanked the entrance to the driveway at the corner of Mariposa and Santa Rosa. 2 similar monuments were positioned at the other end of the driveway, off Santa Rosa Avenue. McNally evidently did not intend to live in the carriage house permanently. According to the May 7, 1887 issue of the Los Angeles Times, McNally was preparing to build a $50,000 house on the property, a very substantial sum of money in an era when modest houses could be built for less than $1,000. Many other Chicago area people, prominent in business and social life, visited McNally in Altadena, made easy by the railroad spur that delivered them right to his doorstep. Impressed with his home and gardens and with the general neighborhood, many opted to build their own winter residences along Mariposa Street, because of its association with McNally and others of the printing industry, Publishers Row. Some elected to live in Altadena year-round. On September 10, 1893, the Los Angeles Times reported that, as a result of the extensive advertising which this section has had in Chicago, we may expect to see quite a number of beautiful places erected here by wealthy Easterners. Besides his home place, McNally had purchased about 385 acres of subdividable land in central and eastern Altadena, which no doubt added to his enthusiasm in touting Altadena as a great place in which to live and invest. His discovery of water in Las Flores Canyon in 1895 led to the formation of one of the area's first water companies and guaranteed an ample supply to his estate and to those new residents he had enticed to stay and buy property. Local newspapers made a habit of recording the comings and goings of the McNallys. They usually arrived from Chicago every January at the foot of their Altadena property in their private rail car and would depart for the east around mid-May. In later years, they started arriving earlier, in order to spend Christmas in Altadena. During their stay in their winter home, Mr. and Mrs. McNally entertained socially prominent people from Pasadena and Altadena and would, in turn, be invited to the homes of others. Mrs. McNally's favorite entertainment, evidently, was card games, particularly euchre, which was all the rage at the time. Sometimes called Andy by his friends, McNally does not appear to have taken part as wholeheartedly in social gatherings as did his wife, preferring to pursue his agricultural interests. In 1893, he purchased a 2,300-acre parcel in Orange County near Fullerton, where he established a ranch he called Windermere. Olive and citrus production on the ranch would later constitute some of the state's biggest single crops. William Rand retired from Rand McNally in 1897, whereupon McNally assumed the presidency. His son Fred, who had started the company's book publishing division in 1877, was appointed vice president. Although Andrew McNally delegated an increasing amount of responsibility to his son and others, he remained active in the management of the firm for the rest of his life.